Okay, Coach, ponchos and slickers, usually a necessity buy whenever you make your way to Hard Rock Stadium this time of year. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the sight of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now on a rainy Florida afternoon. And we are underway from Miami. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run with his second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
He's coming. 80. He's coming.
Now Ballage trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now, these two teams have met a total of 15 times starting back in 1997. Of course, remember, Baltimore was moved from Cleveland by owner Art Modell back in 1996, so they didn't have a team prior to that, but they met in 97, 15 times since then. The most recent meeting was back in 2017, a 40-0 rout by the Ravens over the Dolphins in October of that year. Here's Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Here we go, let's bring it.
Running for the shotgun with Drake. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now, Kenyon Drake, he was kind of underutilized last year when Adam Gase was head coach. Only 7 starts, but now he's going to get a chance under new head coach Brian Flores to really showcase his talent. He certainly flashed his diverse playmaking abilities a season ago. 9 touchdowns, 5 through the air, and 4 on the ground. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Balaj. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Alert, alert, alert.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, Do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Check 13. Check 13.
They run from the pistol with Ingram. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Dolphins' 47-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ready. 15 money. 15 money. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Ingram. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
At the 6-yard line.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. 49, check 49, check 49.
They run it with Balaj. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hug, hug. 34's the Mike, 34's the Mike. He's coming. Check him, check him. Right. Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34, Mike 34. Watch twist.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And that's caught inside the 35. 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Here's Rosen to throw. His pass caught at the 4. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. From the 2 now. 2nd and goal.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
On the toss, here's Balaj. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Get him, boy.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty. Well, on 2nd down and short, what I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal.
65. 40's the Mike. Squeeze. 80. Alert 3.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. It's caught, and there's the first NFL catch for Marquise Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
First down, Ravens.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Ingram. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Jackson throwing again. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A game of 4.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. From the 29, Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 11 yards there, first down. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the second round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie. They'll run here with Balaj. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. All right. Here we go again. Let's go, 8.
Now it's Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, alert, alert. 34 is the mic. 34 is the mic. Yeah. Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, orbit. Go. Yeah.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Going deep here for Stills. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
With it is Brown. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Well, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Jackson now. Going to throw again. Forced out to his left. His throw incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Scott. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This one from 46 yards out. And this is no good. Close, but no cigar, just wide right. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Ingram again. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked out by Xavier Howard. Well, they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch 81, fellas. Watch.
After the interception, here's Rosen rolling to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
The 36-yard line.
Get track, get track. Corner. Get wide.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Rosen will throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Target. Slam. Check. Monday. Greystone, travel. Let's go. Hey, Mike.
They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Stills was second on the team a year ago to the now departed Danny Amendola in the receiving yards category. And hard to believe, 5th year now with Miami after his first couple of years with Drew Brees in New Orleans, and now hoping he can form a bond with Josh Rosen. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Monday. 34.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. Going deep here for Parker. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Middle. Hey, 40's Mike, right there. 40's Mike. General West. Check 9.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
And now it's Rosen looking. He'll set up the screen to Drake. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, alert, alert. Kill. Topper.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Rosen going to keep it himself. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Here's a run with Balaj. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kalen Balaj taking it in as they have taken the lead. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Jackson, option right. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. From the gun, Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st down.
Jackson now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Now it's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Back now in Miami. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
it's Ingram. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and 2, Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They hand off to their big tight end, and he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. They'll look to run with Ingram. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And again, it's Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They come out here in the eye. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Jackson steps away to his left. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
Complete to Mark Ingram. Touchdown, Baltimore. Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. 7 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
40's Mike. Strip the ball. Right. Strip that ball. 40's Mike. 40's Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Monday. Check. 40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Rosen to throw on third down. That was short one to Gesicki. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Catch made right side by Wilson. And all of a sudden they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
Dolphins, first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Check 37. Check 37. Quarter.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it second and goal now as they look for that final dagger. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Push him back. Push him back.
Now it's Rosen. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I'm going to run you over. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Here's Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
First down, Baltimore.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Jackson to throw. On the move to his left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Miami, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.